federal government has a big role to play. It can't manipulate prices day in and day out. Like, we can't make a difference overnight with a silver bullet, but we can have policies that if they were put in place and we were to access American energy or even use Canadian energy through the Keystone Pipeline, we would have a supply of energy that would allow for lower gas prices over time. It doesn't happen overnight, but unfortunately, we're seeing the result, the fruit of poor policies.
I think gas prices today are expensive, especially myself driving a truck. It's people like me who are suffering even more, paying $100+ every week. I mean, not only those driving gas guzzlers are suffering, also those with smaller cars, and I think this should be at the top of the president's priority list because this is a very important issue in our country.
So here's the bottom line. There are no quick fixes. Anybody who tells you otherwise isn't telling you the truth. And we will keep on being a victim to shifts in the oil market until we finally get serious about a long-term policy for a secure, affordable energy future.
Mr. President, I know that there's not much you can do to directly lower the fuel costs in America, but through creating more energy independence and less energy dependence, we can lower fuel costs, create many more new jobs, and lessen our reliability on other countries. So my question to you is, when is this going to happen and how soon?
The question.
She got a fist fight about drilling and drilling permits, of course, and each candidate there cherry-picking different numbers about drilling. But the question was, should the government be trying to manage gas prices? Here's the facts. When you look back at what gas prices have done over this presidency, you can see that they were much, much lower when the president took office. Why? Because we were in the middle of a financial crisis. Trucks were off the road. We were using less gasoline because the economy was not growing as strongly, and they've been going up in part because the economy has been recovering. I will say that both of these candidates made no specific promise on gas prices, and I would say they were wise to do that because presidents can't really control the price of gas. There are things they can do, like drilling permits and things like that, macro policy that takes a long time to play out about energy. They can tap the Strategic Petroleum Reserve, but they can't control day-to-day gas prices. Sometimes when they're campaigning, you hear these promises, $2.50 gas or something. They were wise to avoid making those kinds of promises because presidents really can't control what you pay at the gas pump day to day.
It's worth doing right. I couldn't agree more. Our country is at a pivotal moment in energy policy. It's important that we do it right. There have never been so many worthy energy options. They're worth doing, and they're worth doing right. Thankfully, we're already making progress diversifying our energy portfolio. We have an opportunity through tax reform to drive that progress further. When I first ran for Congress, America was reeling from an oil embargo. Gas prices had doubled. At one point in early 1974, 20% of American gas stations had no fuel at all. It's clear that we could never again allow America to be so dependent on a single source of energy.
Oh, yeah, I think I'm out of gas, man.
No way.
Yeah. Money. Mr. President, can you help me out?